What's up, everybody? I'm Spencer, and I'm going to be running you guys through a full body resistance band pump workout. The whole workout is going to take about half an hour. Very easy, very low impact, but highly effective to maintain strength or increase flexibility. So, the purpose of this workout is, especially at a time like this when nobody has access to a gym or minimal equipment, resistance bands are a great way to stay in shape and keep up your strength while we're waiting for the gyms to open back up. So, I'm going to be using multiple bands. If you don't have bands, you can even do most of these exercises without them. Purpose of this is mostly just get moving around and stay active. So we're going to go through a warm up. It's going to do 2 rounds, one 30-second round, one 15-second round of 5 different exercises. You can go through a 15 AMRAP style workout with a 30-second rest at the end of each round of exercises. There'll be 8 different exercises that we will do for 10 total reps each time. If you need to increase your resistance, get a different band, not use a band, feel free to do so. Or if you want to go round and round and keep switching things up, whether it be progression, regression, depending on your body feels. Again, this purpose of this workout is just to get moving around and stay active in a time like this. Then we're going to end it with a quick cool down, 2 sets of that as well, one 30-second, one 15-second round of that, 4 different exercises, and that'll be it. So let's get started. Adjust this real quick. Get the music going. So we're going to start with a warm-up. You have 5 different exercises. We're going to go through all 5 for 30 seconds. We're going to go all 5 for 15 again. So we're going to start with alternating toe touches for 30 seconds. Make sure on this, keep your back as straight as possible while still touching your toe. If this one's too hard, too troubling, if you have lower back issues, you can stay down, kind of grab a toe like this, slowly stand up and switch to the other side. This one's working the hamstrings. So keep doing this for about 5 more seconds. Then when we're done with that, we're going to do single arm circles. So purpose of this, big and wide, all the way around. You can start slow and slowly increase your speed. I like using the single arm a little bit better than double because I feel like you can get more of a stretch, you can go more over the top. As opposed to double, some people like myself have a little bit of range of motion, especially in the back. So when you do the single, you can get that all the way up. Do this for about 10 more seconds, and we're going to switch arms. Alright, switch. Our second time around, we will go backwards. This is one with the deltoids, all the muscles in your shoulder. Nice and controlled. If you turn too much, you can regress it, do little arm circles. You're still going to feel the burn in here. If you want to increase it, you can increase your speed a little bit. Alright, for the next one, we're going to do air squats. It's 30 seconds air squats. Make sure these are the glutes, quads, hamstrings. Get everything loose. Make sure you have your arms out in front of you and get a nice depth in there. It's important in these ones that you make sure your legs don't go out too much. Have a slight opening in your feet. Should get all the way down depth and all the way up. If these are too challenging, you can sit in a chair and just do a quick stand up. So you're in a seat position on the chair, stand up, and slowly sit back down and reset. Do 5 more of these. Our next exercise, do around the world. So these are for your hamstrings, lower back, your shoulders, pretty much everything. It's a pretty good exercise. So you're going to have your feet wide and shoulder width apart. You start with your hands up above your head. You're going to work all the way around. If you can, touch both toes on your way through. For 30 seconds of this, it's going to be 5 each way. If this is too much, if you have a lower back issue, you can stand straight up, work your arms around. You'll still work your back. And then to get your hamstrings on this, you go down and just simply slowly go back and forth. That way you're still getting the movement and still getting the stretch. One more of these. And the last exercise we're going to do is Supermans. So if you get a mat, I'm using a towel. Again, not use a lot of equipment for this workout. You're going to lay flat on the ground. Have your hands and legs straight out. And lift up simultaneously. If you can, keep your head in that neutral state so you're not looking over your shoulder, trying to track your form because that could cause injury to your neck. If this is too hard, you can leave either your hands on the ground and lift your feet, or your feet on the ground and just lift your hands. So working the erector Superman, your lower back, loosen it up, and if you want to increase it, you do the full Superman. It'll pop up every time you go down dog, go back down. So a few more of these. Alright, so that's one round of warm-up. We're going to do another one. So we slightly abbreviated. That was for 30 seconds each exercise. This one's going to be for 15. So start at the top. Alternating toe touches. Then again, keeping your legs straight as much as possible. A few more of these. Next exercise, you can do the single arm circles. We're going to go backwards this time. Make sure, so your hand in your pocket, all the way up, all the way around. Try to keep your torso as square as possible, facing forward, to avoid from going like this and ruining the stretch. I'll keep that straight as much as you can. Do a few more here. We'll switch arms for the next 15 seconds. Again, this is stretching the deltoid, part of your lats. Two more of these. Alright, next we're going to go to air squats again. Hands out front to make these a little harder. You can put your hand behind your head. Sorry, my computer keeps turning off. Your hands behind your head. This forces you to keep your neck and your back up more. Then again, still ensuring that we get that proper depth. If you want to increase the intensity, you can do a jump squat with these. And again, if you want to decrease it, act like you're sitting in a chair or actually sit in a chair. Sorry, here, just stand up. Working on the extension of the quads. Make sure everything's firing, getting that all loosened up. Get two more of these. All right, next, get two more parts of this one, around the world again. Feet farther than shoulder width apart. Start at toe. All the way around. It's important not to rush these to avoid injury. Do three each way. Right, and last, we do Supermans one more time. Use progression and regression if you need to. So you can do the straight up Supermans. Again, keep your head neutral to avoid injury, tweaking your neck. If you get too tired, don't be afraid to take a break. Do regression if you need to. Do the legs, which is kind of difficult, or just the arms. Or do the pull into the stretch. So now in this portion, we're going to start our 15-minute AMRAP workout. It's important during this. If you need to use a progression or regressions I'm going to mention, do so. Again, it's just to keep you moving, so we're going to get into it. Run through each exercise pretty quickly, then kind of talk about it more as I go. Readjust that. All right, so like I said, there's 8 exercises. I have a series of bands. I'm not going to use all of them. Just kind of showing you can do them with all of these or none of these. Start with this range resistance band. It's not too heavy, but it should get the job done. So the first exercise is single arm shoulder raise. So you step on the band with one foot, stay nice and straight up, raise it straight up to the side. So if you see this, switch arms.
Make sure that's go to horizontal with the ground, back down. It's important to control that. Next exercise is going to be a single arm bicep curl. So what you're going to do is take the band, step through it. Now let's go a little bit more shoulder width apart. You're going to grab the band somewhat in the middle and curl up. To increase the resistance, you can either go further or twist the band so there's more resistance pulling down, or to decrease it, just simply put your legs together. You do 10 of those each arm. Next, we do a band pull apart. It's going to work your lats and your back. So what you're going to do, grab the band towards the end, have it right in front of you. Again, horizontal to the ground. You're going to pull it apart. Make sure that you're squeezing the lats together, as well as the scapulas. It's important to pinch and hold if you need to increase the intensity. Then again, if the resistance is too much with that one, you don't have to use a band. You get that to work on your flexibility and range of motion. Or increase the band, or even if you only have one band, like most people probably do, grab more towards the middle, it's going to be hard to pull apart. Our fourth exercise, you can do overhead tricep extension. Now, you can do this several different ways. Some people like to step on it and pull it up, but honestly, I'm kind of scared that my bands are going to break. So what I like to do is grab one with the lower hand, you'll put it behind your back, and take your other hand, grab the top, twist, then reach up, and you can tricep extensions this way. It's like that. Making sure to extend it fully at the top and control it. Increase the resistance when you switch. With this bottom band, you can pull down, increase the tension, and this will make it harder for you to do the extension with the other arm. Our fifth one will be a banded push-up. And again, if you don't have a band, you can do normal push-ups, but you're gonna put your hands through these, set it over your back, put it right along your traps if you can. You're gonna kneel down, hands on the ground, and perform a push-up. This just offers more resistance. If that's too difficult, put your knees on the ground. Do the quote-unquote girl push-up. Go like that. Or if it's too easy, either get a stronger band or lift one leg off the ground. It's gonna work your pecs and parts of your tricep. Our sixth exercise is a banded loop side step. So I'm lucky enough to have one of these little resistant band loops. You're gonna put it around your ankles. Oops. Do 5 steps in each direction. Making sure slight bend in the knees. This works all your adductor muscles. To increase the intensity, you can bend down further. Or to decrease it, stand further up, not take bigger steps. Always making sure though to keep slight bend in your knee. Seventh exercise is a banded glute bridge. So for this one, you slide this band up, right above your knees. You lay down. Feet making a 90-degree angle. You're gonna go up at the top. You're gonna spread the legs, make sure the resistance is band, put them together, and go back down. About that, my video cut out. So last one we have is a banded lateral side step. So we're gonna come up from the glute bridges, put the band back around your ankles, stand straight up. You have a slight bend in your knees with this one. Go to the side. Making sure to try to keep this side of your body as straight as possible. Sure, it's just all your abductor muscles pulling up. Say to strengthen your hips, your gluteus, all that. If you want to make it easier, if you have a wall to hold on to, you can hold on to that and that'll increase your balance. Or if you just want to do this without the band as well, work on your range of motion, just keep your body moving. So those are the 8 exercises that have been run through. Right now we're going to start the 15-minute, as many reps as possible circuit. After you complete each exercise for 10 reps, all 8 of them, all the way through, making sure if it's a single arm movement, you do both arms. You have a 30-second break, and then you start from the top. So that being said, we're going to get going. Get everything set back up. So we're going to start with the single arm shoulder raises. 10 reps each side. Again, with this, it's important to control it. I like to brace my body with my hand on my chest. I feel like that keeps me more centered, more balanced. From there, we're going to go into the single arm bicep curls. Again, further apart your legs are, the more resistance is. I like to twist the band. Make sure every time, going fully up, contracting fully, and extending fully. There's many different variations of this you can do. I'm sure you can find them all over the internet. However, this one is the most simple one I can do without having to place the mount band on the wall. Different angles you can do. Alright, third exercise we're going to go into is band pull apart. Working your back. Straight out in front of you. Full extension. Make sure you squeeze those scabs. It's 10. Fourth exercise, we're going to do the overhead tricep extension. Again, swing behind, grab with the back hand, put over your head, 10 of them each arm. Make sure if you need to increase the tension, pull with your bottom hand, or grab tighter in on the band. Switch arms. Pretty much all these workouts you can do anywhere. You're on the road, traveling for sports, vacation, whatnot, you don't have access for a gym, or in the middle of the pandemic. Again, low impact, high effectiveness. Now we're going to move into the band push-up. Hands through the band. Put those on your traps. On the ground, making sure this doesn't slide off your back, not hitting the head. Do 10 of these. Again, progression or regression. Just like that. Careful when you stand up. Like as I said throughout this, if you need to progress or regress, you feel free to, it's on you. So whatever your body's calling for. Now we're going to move into the lower body. Band loop side step. 5 steps each way. Slide bend the knees. Again, work your abductor muscles. Do this in the band glute bridge. Sure, slide above your knees. Make sure as you get to the top of the glute bridge, you go like this with your legs. Get them with those abductor muscles, as well as parts of your glutes. Regression for this is not to do the extension at the top, just do a simple group bridge. Or progression, do a single lead group bridge and extend out. Then the last exercise of the round, lateral leg raises. Band around the ankle, 10 each side. More abductors, more gluteus. It's one of the lateral movements in sports, as well as flexibility in the hips. Get if you need a wall, you have a broom or something you can hold right here. Do that in the next round, show the progression. Or shoot the opposite leg while you're lifting, so you don't kick it. I like to do again, brace that body, it feels like it bounces you a little bit better. There's 10. That's one round. Took about 3.5 minutes, so we're going to get a 30-second break right now. And go from the top. Like I keep saying, most of these you can do without any equipment, any bands. Or even if you're in a gym, you can do this if you're tight on time and it's crowded and everything's taken. So this is basically just to keep up on your strength, flexibility, mobility in this time where you don't have a lot to do. So here we go. We got about 10 more seconds and then we're going to start it again. Make sure this doesn't go off. So here we go with single arm shoulder raises again. Further towards the end, you step on the band. The less resistance it is going to be pulling up. As you might notice, I don't have full extension in my elbows. It's probably not a good thing for you to hyperextend them during this, just in case the band may snap or you get tired and your arm snaps down, have a little give in your elbow to kind of counter the resistance by the band. Keeping your torso tight during this is essential for balance. So there's 10 of those. Single arm bicep curls. If you want to get real drastic with this, you can really spread out if you're looking for a pump. If not, tie it together. Right here, go from the side. You should go all the way down, all the way up, and squeezing at the top. Ten, switch. Face the other way. Again, as far as extended as you can go. Hopefully you guys can hear the music. Try to play it quiet so it doesn't drown out my voice. There's 10 with that. We got the band pull apart. I like to grip it about 3-4 inches away from the end. If you want to get real dramatic with it, if you have a less resistant band, or you're much stronger than I am, pull apart. Squeezing those scabs as much as you can. So 10 of those. Again, if you don't have a band, or you have 2 bands too strong to you, go back here, squeeze for about 5 seconds, then go back. You'll feel bringing your shoulders and as well as your scabs. And now we get the band tricep extension. I'll show you guys the option to go down here, step on it, kind of wrap it around, and push straight up. Same concept, just more of a chance the band's gonna snap due to the resistance. So you have old bands, I want to check them before you participate in this workout. 10, switch feet, stay side. Also, when you twist the band up from the bottom, be careful, you're not going too quick. Prevent injury. Seems dumb, but a lot of dumb things can happen when you're just going too quick through a workout. There's 10 of those. Should I'm doing this right. We're going to band push up. In case you guys hit it before, this is hanging on. Extend it. Go down on my knees for this. Go over your head. Line it up. Right below your shoulders, your traps. Be careful when you go down. Do 10 push-ups. For those, if you want to increase the width on those, you can, or decrease it, more tricep, more outer pec. Feel free to do so. When you go to the banded walks. Again, 5 reps in either direction. I'll do the progression on this one. So get in a squat. I like to keep my hands here for balance. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. The band glute bridge. Found it a little easier to slide it up before we go down. Down the mat. Look this way, might be an awkward angle, but we'll show you. Let's go up, abduct, down. For the regression, just simple glute bridge will work as well. Ensuring your heels are driven into the ground. Or the progression, up, out, down. 10, down. Lastly, around the ankles one more time. Allow hip raise, or leg raise. Just for the progression on this one. If you don't have a good balance, hold a broom or a wall. Just towards the end of the workout, your legs start to burn a little bit. Tends to happen that the movements aren't as efficient or as proper. So kind of helps to lean against this. Not lean too much, we're going like this. Kind of just halfway going through the motions. Make sure it's out, extend your arm. So keep it tight torso. Body linear with the ground. 9 and 10. Probably enough time to run through one more of these. For a quick 30-second break. So like I keep saying, if you're getting tired at this point of the workout, you'll crunch for time. Might be better to do more reps, you have more time, or extend this. So instead, don't be afraid to use a progression or regression at any time, halfway through a set. Most important thing I would say with this workout is Once you start a set of 10, try to get through that set of 10. Whether it be the push-ups, where you do like 5 like this, you have to put your knees down for the last 5. So whatever you can, try not to stop. And I'll keep the blood circulating through your body as well. We can give you a better pump towards the end of the workout. So we're gonna do one more round of this workout. Starting with the shoulder raises. I'm gonna show you guys a little progression. Step further on, or you can, even if you're feeling real strong, you can do the way up your band. However, that's quite the jump. So 10 out to the side. If you hit 15 minutes and you still have 3 exercises left for the purposes of this workout, especially for as much as I'm talking, we're going to cut it so we can get the cool down in. But if you have more time and want to finish it and finish all the exercises, go for it. Try to keep this as close to 30 minutes as I can as well coming on. So we go to the banded bicep curl. Single arm again, we'll start with the left this time. Curl band for more resistance. Showing full extension and contraction each time. Good eccentric consecutive movements. Again, all these you're going to want to keep your torso tight to avoid you from curling like this or overcompensating or even leaning. The last thing you want to do is go like this and back. Just keep it as tight as you can. If you start to get tired, simple as that. Just put it in more. Feet together. Turn those. We're going to do the band pull bars. Right here. Squeeze, make sure you squeeze those scaps. We're almost done. I'm sure you guys are doing great. Kind of hard to teach this without anybody watching, but I'm sure you guys are doing a great job. This is band pull bars. Now we're going to do tricep extensions. Back behind here. Careful to ascend. Just turn off. 10, switch. And 10. Should keep good posture throughout all this. Now we're going to push-ups and upper body segment. Addition phase. So right, you guys this time. Keep your head neutral in this. Again, move the arms out. Or you can move them in, depending on what you're feeling. And you can do those arm movements with the regression or with the progression. With regression might be good, more focus on your pecs. Go real quick, got a few more minutes. About a minute and a half, we'll probably get through this. So here it is. Band side step. If you're looking for less resistance, stand further up. Slide bend the knees as well. Making sure that. So take most of the pressures off your abductor muscles as opposed to getting down those wide strides. Do the glute bridges real quick. Progression. Progression. Lastly, the lateral leg raise. Right here. Maybe if you want to switch legs, you can. Makes it a little more fun, a little more challenging in balance. Just gonna go 5 each way for the sake of time. There you have it. That's a 15-minute AMRAP segment of my workout. If you guys are feeling a little bit. Now we're gonna go into our cool down. Same as the warm up. Let's do one 30-second round and one 15-second round. Making sure to probably stretch out the entire body. So we're going to start with the supine hamstring stretch. You can do this with a band or without. These actually might be better sideways. So I'm going to use a band. So you work out, I'm going to use a heavy resistance band for this. Look it around my foot. 30 seconds. Try to keep this leg as much as you can on the ground. So you guys can probably tell my hamstrings aren't the most flexible in the world. However, working through it. If you need to increase the stretch, you can point your toe a little bit. Stretch more the back of the knee. calf as well as the hamstring. Do this for a few more seconds. Okay, and then you switch feet, easy transition. Same thing, try to get this leg on the ground as much as possible. If you're feeling it as you get better, you can pull harder here, or you can move your leg further back. Keeping your slight bend in your knee to prevent hyperextension if the band were to snap or you're to get careless with it. So for the sake of time, we're just going to do one set through this warm-up. However, I do have 2 sets planned, so I don't want to go too far over the 30-minute time limit. Your second stretch, you get a kneeling quad stretch. So you can do this 2 ways. One will primarily focus on your hips. The other one is a little bit more advanced and will focus on your quads. Both, however, will predominantly dominate the front of your legs. So start on the lunge, lean forward to your hips and your quads. You will feel it. Make sure not to keep your knee behind your toes. Don't go too far over. And if you want to get deeper in the lunge, extend your leg, sinking your hips. Now this one's a little tough. Not many people can do it. I don't know if I'm exactly able to. Grab the back leg, target balance, pull this quad up, get as best as you can. Keep those toes in front of your knee. Same concept, we'll stretch your hips and your quads. So we'll switch for this one, face you guys. Starting at the hip. It's a little bit easier if you get your balance set with this portion of your exercise, as opposed to going right into the other one, unless you're pretty advanced, unless you're super into yoga. This is more of an intermediate stretch. Again, reach back, grab your foot, and pull. Can't see it, but make sure to keep everything as linear as possible towards the front to keep balance. Put an arm out to the side, brace yourself. I know there's like a belly button technique you can use. Make sure you're staying linear. Good job. So you got 2 more real quick. You got the banded upper back stretch. Again, if you don't have a band, simply, it's like a half arm circle. Have your hands out like a Y. You can kind of just go back and forth. So work your lats, your traps, and the back of your shoulders. But if you have a band, as I do, kind of like the band stretch, you can put over your head like this, slide it back, and work it down, going from a Y to a T. Again, keep your core braced. It's important to have a strong neck elbow, so all these again, keep proper form. Good. Do a few more of these. Then we'll wrap it up right here for our last stretch. This is the banded chest stretch. It's basically the band pull apart. However, if you have the band pull apart, and as you have it pull apart, stretch to the side, you'll feel it in the pec that's turning externally like that. Sure to keep your arms extended as best you can, and tension in the bands. You'll feel it across your pecs. However, if you don't, and even if you have a broom or a wall, stretch out your chest, hold it out, turn away from it. You'll feel it all in the front of your shoulder as well as your pec. Do that for about 30 seconds each side. So the other side real quick, we're running short on time. Again, core tight. You know, if you're rotating, so want to keep your core tight. Make sure your shoulders brace, your arms slight bend. Feel that in your chest. So there you have it. Unfortunately, the pull down got cut a little short. That's full body resistance band pump workout. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to email me or leave a comment. Hopefully everyone's staying healthy and safe out there. See you guys next year.